What if I told you that $700 could get you unlimited train travel through 33 European countries for a month? This is the episode for you. Hey explorers, it's your adventure podcast hostess with the mostest, Katie Staples. Join me for travel stories, tips, and tricks to help you explore and make unforgettable memories. Follow along on Instagram at the.great.escape.podcast and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can be the first to hear new tips. Let's be honest, travel feels wildly expensive right now. Flights cost more, hotels cost more, food costs more, and luggage fees, somehow those cost more than the luggage itself now. At this point, I'm surprised airlines haven't started charging us for oxygen. So if you're thinking, I want to travel in 2026, but I don't want to financially sabotage my future, this episode is for you. Today, I'm breaking down how to travel smarter, not cheaper, because skipping experiences isn't the goal. I'll share what actually works, what I personally use, and what's honestly overrated. I'll also drop links to everything I mention in the episode description so that you can listen now and click later. So, first up, flights. Stop searching, start systems. One of the most searched travel questions right now is when is the cheapest time to book flights? And here's the truth, there is no magic day anymore. Booking on a Tuesday morning, that's dead. Clearing the cookies in your internet browser, also dead. Here's the good news, adjusted for inflation, airfare today is still historically cheap compared to decades ago. Deals absolutely exist. You just get to stop hunting and start letting them come to you. The move in 2026, flight alerts. If you're manually checking Google Flights every day, you're already losing. Services like Going, Dollar Flight Club, or even Google Flights, price tracking sends you alerts when prices drop to historically low levels. I personally use Google Flights and it saved me hundreds. You wake up, check your email, and decide if you want to book. That's it, no spiraling. My second flight tip is flexibility saves money. If you're locked into exact dates, you'll pay peak prices. Just shifting a trip by even a few days or flying midweek can save hundreds. Google Flights Calendar View is your best friend here. And rule of thumb, book domestic flights 1 to 3 months out and international flights 2 to 8 months out. When you see a deal that fits your budget, book it. Don't wait for better. Better is unpredictable. The key takeaway here is if you're checking prices daily, you're doing too much. Now, travel hacking, keeping it simple. Another big search right now is travel hacking still worth it? The short answer, yes. Long answer, only if you keep it simple. You do not need 12 credit cards and a spreadsheet that makes you cry. For most people, travel hacking is one solid travel rewards card used consistently and paid off monthly. That's it. If you want flexibility, cards like Capital One Venture let you redeem points for almost any travel purchase. If you travel more often and want perks, premium cards can absolutely be worth the annual fee if you use the benefits. And if you're just starting out, no fee cards still offer solid bonuses. I personally use the American Express Delta Reserve card. And yes, it does have a $650 annual fee, which sounds wild until you look at how it actually plays out if you fly a lot. I'm on 40 to 80 flights a year for work and for fun, and the benefits easily outweigh the cost for me. I get at least 2 free checked bags on Delta flights, which alone saves hundreds every year in baggage fees. And because I spend over $75,000 annually, I get unlimited Sky Club access. I probably visit lounges 25 or more times a year, so that perk alone more than covers the fee. I run all my personal and business expenses through the card to rack up Sky Miles and status. So last year I hit Diamond Medallion, which got me upgraded to first class on about half my flights. Plus, I get a companion certificate on domestic flights. And I usually get 1 to 2 personal flights covered in just the Sky Miles I earned that year alone. For frequent flyers, this card isn't an expense, it is a travel system. Check it out. I'll link both of those options in the description so that you can compare without the overwhelm. Now, one important rule, pay off your card balance every month. If you're paying interest, the points aren't worth it. And please, for the love of travel, don't redeem points for stuff like blenders. Free future flights and hotel stays are where points shine. Now, where you stay matters, just not how you think. Hotels are very convenient, yet often a terrible value. If you're staying more than a few nights in one location, Airbnbs can win, especially when you get a kitchen, laundry, and more space. Just read reviews carefully and watch the fees. Another underrated option, cabins at RV parks or campgrounds. Even without an RV, you can score 50 to 80 bucks a night stays near the national parks that are comfortable, clean, and memorable. Some even have hot tubs. Also, midweek stays save money. Sunday through Thursday pricing is often significantly cheaper than weekends. I also personally don't spend much time in the accommodations anyway. I'd rather save money there and book something economy level and spend that money on experiences, food, and wine. Quick reminder, every product I'm recommending today is linked in the description below. These are affiliate links, which means if you purchase through them, it helps support this podcast at no extra cost to you. I only recommend things I actually use and love. All right, on to gear that saves you money every trip. Most people overspend while traveling because they're unprepared. For example, using packing cubes helps you avoid checked baggage fees. Sturdy reusable water bottle, stop paying $6 for airport water. A universal adapter avoids panic buying electronics abroad. And noise canceling headphones, absolute economy class survival tool. Now, if you haven't heard of the Scrubba wash bag, you're missing out. This little bag is a total travel game changer. Think of it as a mini portable washing machine that you can take anywhere. Just add water, a bit of detergent, your clothes, and a few minutes of rubbing. Boom. Clean clothes without paying hotel laundry fees or packing a mountain of outfits. It's lightweight, reusable, and will last for years, saving you money and space on every trip. Imagine going to Europe for a week or more with just a backpack and a carry-on. And never worry about your luggage while traveling again as long as you have a solid TSA approved lock. It keeps your bag safe in hotels, hostels, and during transport, giving you peace of mind and preventing costly lost items. Buy it once and use it forever. It's a small purchase that prevents big headaches. Now let's move on to food because I like to eat well and not go broke. Here's the cheat code. Grocery stores abroad are a cultural experience and a budget win. Bakeries beat hotel breakfasts every time, and street food where the locals eat, that's the jackpot. And they're almost always less expensive than sit-down restaurants. You do not need 3 restaurant meals a day. I usually do one nice meal out and keep the rest casual. You can still experience the food scene without blowing $100 a day. And I also love having at least a kitchenette in my accommodation so that I can DIY snacks or breakfast or lunch each day. Okay, let's talk about getting around without bleeding money. Transportation adds up fast. In Europe, trains often beat planes. They're faster, cheaper, and more pleasant. Right now, a Eurail Global Pass is about $700 US for unlimited rides for a month. It's valid in 33 countries, and I bet you can see 5 to 10 countries easily in that amount of time. In cities, public transport passes save hundreds compared to Ubers, and no, you do not need a rental car everywhere. Walking more equals spending less and seeing more. I'll link transit tools like Eurail, Rome to Rio, and Trainline in the description. Okay, controversial topic incoming. Yes, you need travel insurance for most trips. This question is exploding. Is travel insurance worth it? Yes, full stop. Medical emergencies abroad are very expensive. Trips get canceled. Stuff happens. Imagine dropping your hard-earned 3 grand on an amazing 2 weeks in South America and you get the flu. Or the US bombs Venezuela and all the flights are canceled. Too soon? Travel insurance isn't about expecting disaster, it's about peace of mind. I use World Nomads for most big trips and Allianz for some others. Links are below. Skipping insurance isn't saving money, it's gambling. So here's the truth. The people who travel the most aren't richer, they're more intentional. They reuse gear, they stack points, travel shoulder season, and plan with systems instead of stress. Travel in 2026 doesn't require perfection or unlimited money, it just requires strategy and intention. All the tools I mentioned, so flight alerts, credit cards, gear, booking platforms, are linked in the description. If this episode helped you, hit subscribe and share it with your future travel buddy. You know, the one who always says, must be nice. Well, because it is nice when you do it smart. Well, that's it for this episode on traveling in 2026 without going broke. What trips do you have planned for this year? And what are your strategies for staying on budget without skimping? I would love to hear from you. Find me on Instagram at the.great.escape.podcast and send me a message. And don't forget to hit subscribe so that you can follow along and dream big for your journeys on the Great Escape. See you next time, adventurers.